Devin.
2013, Wyatt was almost killed from child abuse. His father's girlfriend was convicted. Since then, Wyatt's mom has been fighting to make sure it never happens to anyone else. Her campaign and a set of bills called Wyatt's Law was signed into legislation this week. Megan Woods live tonight with the journey it took to get to this point. Megan.
It took years to get to this point, but of course for this Macomb County mother, it was all worth it. So instead of creating a new database, which is originally what they were going to do, they're actually making the state's child abuse central, it's called a central registry, open to the public now, and it's all because of that one little boy, Wyatt.
He has no idea the impact that he's made.
Wyatt is now a third grader with permanent brain damage, but one thing he knows for certain.
Is that your law?
Yeah. And he can tell you the exact day it passed.
April 20th.
For the last 7 years, Wyatt's mom, Erica, has visited the state capitol more than 100 times to make it happen. And Wyatt was right by her side.
The bills would die, would reintroduce. I think they finally were like, you know, this woman's not going away.
Wyatt's Law was born out of Erica's frustration. She believes knowing her ex-husband's girlfriend had a history of child abuse would have changed everything.
I actually went to MDHHS and asked them about Rachel Edwards, who was Wyatt's abuser, and they told me we cannot give you any information. We're not allowed to give it out.
Michigan's Department of Health and Human Services has a database of people who abused or neglected a child that could be a future risk. Only certain employers and state officials could access it, but after Thursday, now the public can too.
She only went to prison 5 years for almost killing Wyatt, and who has permanent brain damage. And you know, if we can't keep these people behind bars, then we as parents and grandparents, guardians should be able to find this information and keep them away from them.
And as of right now, that registry is under review, but she says that you can still access that information because that law is in effect. You can contact the state's Department of Health and Human Services by calling them, emailing them, putting some sort of online request in. Back to you.
You got it all right, Megan.